Good evening. This is All India Radio and I'm Abhishek Kumar with the news at 9. The headlines. Mortal remains of veteran Congress leader Sheila Dikshit cremated with full state honours. Countdown for Chandrayaan-2 mission begins at Sriharikotta Space Centre. Launch at 2:43 p.m. tomorrow. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath meets affected families of Sonbhadra shooting, assures of all possible help. Indian cricket team for West Indies tour announced, Virat Kohli to lead in all three formats. And in badminton, PV Sindhu loses to Akane Yamaguchi of Japan in Indonesia Open singles final. The mortal remains of former Delhi Chief Minister Sheila Dikshit were consigned to flames in New Delhi this afternoon. The 81-year-old Congress veteran, who died due to cardiac arrest yesterday, was cremated with full state honours at the Negambodh Ghat. Top Congress leaders, including UPA chairperson Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, were present at the funeral. Home Minister Amit Shah, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, his deputy Manish Sisodia, and Delhi Home Minister Satyendra Jain were among those who attended the last rites. Our correspondent reports, Congress party workers and admirers braved heavy rains to bid her final farewell.
Veteran BJP leader L.K. Advani and former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj visited Sheila Dikshit's residence and paid tributes to her. Yesterday, several leaders including Prime Minister Narendra Modi offered their respects. Dikshit's body was taken to the Congress headquarters where top party leaders including Manmohan Singh, Chief Ministers Ashok Gehlot and Kamal Nath paid their respects. Later, the body was taken to the Delhi Pradesh Congress Committee office, the city unit, which she was heading at the time of her death. As the longest-serving women chief minister who steered her party to victory for 3 consecutive terms in 1998, 2003 and 2008, Dikshit ushered in an era of all-round development that transformed Delhi into a world-class capital. Suparna Sethia, AIR News, Delhi.
The 20-year countdown for India's second lunar mission Chandrayaan-2 began this evening at the National Spaceport at Sriharikotta. The Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO said the countdown started at 6:43 p.m. and is progressing smoothly. The country's most powerful booster GSLV Mark III will take off at 2:43 hours in the afternoon tomorrow, carrying the high-stake Chandrayaan-2 probe from the second launch pad of the space station. The launch rehearsal made by the ISRO today has found that all mission parameters are normal. The 978 crore rupees worth mission would propel India as the 4th country ever in the elite club of nations having their own probes soft landing on the moon. More from our correspondent.
Chandrayaan-2, weighing 3.85 ton, consisting of the orbiter, the lander and the rover, have a total of 13 payloads to study the moon and a facility for passive experiments. The orbiter and the lander are capable of sending data to the ISRO's Deep Space Network at Bialalu near Bengaluru. The lander is to descend on a high plane between 2 craters in the moon's south pole. Space scientists view the moon as a test bed for deep space ventures. The present moon expedition is one of the most complex space missions ever made by the nation. Jai Singh, AIR News, Chennai.
Over 7 crore 32 lakh farmer families across the country have received the first and second installments of 2,000 rupees each under the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana, amounting to 14,646 crore rupees. Official sources said Uttar Pradesh with over 2 crore 20 lakh farmer families topped the list, followed by Andhra Pradesh with 72 lakh and Maharashtra 50 lakh farmers. PM Kisan envisages to cover approximately 14 crore 50 lakh beneficiaries across the country, subject to exclusion criteria. Foreign direct investment FDI inflow has increased during the last 6 years from $36.05 billion in 2013-14 to $64.38 billion in 2018-19, registering a growth of 79%. Giving details about the FDI inflow, sources in the Commerce Ministry said it has been the endeavour of the government to put in place an enabling and investor-friendly FDI policy. Preceding the floor test in Karnataka Legislative Assembly possibly tomorrow, the coalition partners, Congress and JDS held discussions since morning today. All the parties, including the BJP, have kept their MLAs in hotels and resorts. The House will meet at 11 a.m. tomorrow and members will take part in the discussion before the Speaker asks members to vote on the confidence motion moved by the Chief Minister. More from our correspondent.
Congress leaders are making frantic efforts to pacify the rebels without much progress. Most of the rebels have said that they will not attend the session tomorrow. Another independent, R. Shankar too, is not likely to attend the House tomorrow. One consolation for the Congress is that senior MLA Ramlinga Reddy has extended his support to the coalition. Will the floor test be held tomorrow, or once again members will take up time discussing the motion remains to be seen. How the governor will react in such a case and what will be the Supreme Court observations tomorrow are also important. AIR News, Bengaluru.
In Bihar, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar today undertook aerial survey of flood-affected areas. Mr. Kumar visited relief camps in West Head, Sitamarhi and Darbhanga districts. He met flood-affected people and assessed ongoing relief and rescue operations. Nitish Kumar said the state government will provide all possible help to flood-hit people. Over 66,76,000 people in over 12 districts have been affected due to current floods. Heavy downpour in the national capital this afternoon brought the temperature down by several notches. Delhi recorded 49.2 millimeters of rainfall. Maximum temperature was recorded at 36.5 degrees Celsius and minimum around 26 degrees. The Met Office has forecast generally cloudy sky with light rain for tomorrow as well. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has said that those responsible for Sonbhadra firing incident will not be spared. He alleged that anomalies during Congress and Samajwadi Party regime are responsible for such a heart-wrenching incident. The Chief Minister today visited Umbha village of Ghorawal Tehsil and met victims of the firing incident and assured them of every possible help from the government.
Government has already declared a compensation of 5 lakh rupees to the kin of the deceased and 50,000 to those who are injured. I have instructed that a total amount of 18,50,000 rupees may be given to the deceased and 2,50,000 rupees to the injured from the State Social Welfare Board and the Chief Minister Relief Fund.
West Bengal Chief Minister and Trinamool Congress Chief Mamata Banerjee has reiterated her demand for reintroduction of ballot papers instead of EVMs for voting in Lok Sabha and Assembly elections. Addressing a public rally to observe Shaheed Divas organized by her party in Kolkata this afternoon, Ms. Banerjee said that voting in civic bodies like municipalities and corporations conducted by the State Election Commission will now be taken through ballot papers. The Trinamool Congress chief also criticized the Election Commission for its move to deregister her party from the category of National Party. Rajya Sabha MP D. Raja was appointed as the General Secretary of CPI today. The veteran leader who replaced S. Sudhakar Reddy said he wants all communist parties to come together and rework strategies. Lok Janashakti Party Member of Parliament from Samastipur in Bihar, Ramchandra Paswan, passed away in New Delhi this afternoon. He breathed his last at RML Hospital. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has condoled the demise of LJP leader Ramchandra Paswan. The last rites of the senior LJP leader will be held on the banks of the Ganga in Patna tomorrow. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar announced that Ramchandra Paswan will be given a funeral with full state honours. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today expressed condolence over the death of the former Delhi BJP President Mange Ram Garg. He said Mange Ram Garg had a deep connect with Delhi and that was seen in the manner in which he selflessly served the people. Water conservation is a key element of any strategy that aims to alleviate water scarcity crisis in the country. Since rainfall patterns keep changing almost every year, the central government has started looking to revive the traditional systems of water harvesting in the country. Pemghada is one such system found in Odisha. Our correspondent has details.
PM Ghara, one of the oldest systems used to conserve and recharge groundwater, is a small earthen check dam that captures and stores rainwater. Constructed in an area with naturally high elevation on three sides, a storage pit is made by excavating the area, and excavated soil is used to create a wall on the fourth side. Sometimes several PM Gharas are interconnected through deep channels, with a single outlet opening into a river or stream nearby. This system is used by the farmers in some part of the state to irrigate their fields. Tapan Maharana, AR News, Qatar.
Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has instructed that no case should be filed against Priya Saha, who had complained to the US President Donald Trump about minority persecution in Bangladesh without listening to her explanation. This was stated by the Road Transport and Bridges Minister Ubaidul Qadir in Dhaka. He said the Prime Minister has also asked the Home Minister to ensure safety of the village house of Priya Saha. In Japan, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's ruling coalition secured a majority in the upper house of the parliament. According to vote counts by public television and other media, Abe's Liberal Democratic Party and its junior partner Komeito had won 64 seats in the upper house after 2 hours of voting. In Hong Kong, anti-government protesters again took to streets today as a surge of public anger continues to rock the semi-autonomous Chinese territory. Today's rally is the 7th weekend in a row that residents have come out en masse. The British Airways says it has cancelled its services to Cairo for the week as a precaution. Yesterday, British Airways alerted passengers who were about to board a plane from Heathrow to the Egyptian capital. German airline Lufthansa had also stopped flights between Cairo, Frankfurt and Munich, but they resumed today. The British Airways took the decision to suspend flights on the Heathrow to Cairo route for security reasons. The UK Foreign Office has updated its advice, saying there is a heightened risk of terrorism against aviation. The Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI, has announced squads for India's upcoming tour to the West Indies. Virat Kohli will lead the team for the Test, ODI and T20 series in West Indies starting on 3rd of August. Rishabh Pant has been selected as the first-choice wicket-keeper in the limited over squads after MS Dhoni had made himself unavailable for the tour. Faster bowler Jasprit Bumrah has been rested from the limited overs but has been included in the Test squad, with the likes of Khalil Ahmed, Navdeep Saini included in the limited over squad. Among the batsmen, Manish Pandey, Shreyas Iyer have been included in the side, while Shikhar Dhawan has made a return to the ODI and T20 teams after suffering an injury during the World Cup. From the World Cup squad, the prominent player to be dropped is Dinesh Karthik, while Hardik Pandya and Jasprit Bumrah have been rested. India will play 3-match T20s and as many ODIs, followed by 2 Test series against West Indies. In badminton, PV Sindhu's hopes of breaking a 7-month title drought came crashing down as the Indian lost in straight games to Akane Yamaguchi in the finals of Indonesia Open in Jakarta today. She lost to the Japanese 15-21, 16-21 in a lopsided summit clash that lasted 51 minutes. India has set up a quarter-final clash with Indonesia at the Badminton Asia Junior Championships 2019 in Suzhou, China. After blanking both Mongolia and Macau by an identical score of 5-0 on the opening day, India lost to Korea 1-4 today and finished second in the Group C, hence they made it to the last 8. The News Services Division of All India Radio in its weekly bilingual live phone-in program Public Speak tomorrow will bring you a discussion on Machhar Janit Bimariyon ki Jankari aur Bachav, that is, vector-borne diseases, awareness and cure. This can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Mortal remains of veteran Congress leader Sheila Dikshit cremated with full state honours. Countdown for Chandrayaan-2 mission begins at Sriharikotta Space Centre, launch at 2:43 p.m. tomorrow. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath meets affected families of Sonbhadra shooting, assures of all possible help. Indian cricket team for West Indies tour announced, Virat Kohli to lead in all 3 formats. And in badminton, PV Sindhu loses to Akane Yamaguchi of Japan in Indonesia Open singles final. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.